get to know more about their programs, get all the recent updates, and convey your message to our students, to our current and prospective students, and to our partners all around the world. Our videos are watched after we record everything and live, and after we record everything, of course, on different platforms, on Facebook, on our website, on Crowdcast, and etc. So it's great to have our partners joining us, and we'll convey the right information to our students who are interested in studying in Canada, and make Canada their home. So let's start with Maxim. Let's get to know you first. Why don't you quickly introduce yourself to our audience, and what do you do at Centennial College, and how long you've been with the college, etc. Let's get to know you first, and then we'll start with your presentation, and I'll be asking you questions. I may interrupt you, so I apologize for that.
In advance.
If questions arise from your presentation, I'll jump in, and then we may take questions from our audience. Of course, they can just simply type their questions on the chat box, or we can invite them live on the stage, actually. So don't be shy, guys. You can come on stage with us and ask your questions live, and Maxim and myself will be happy to answer your questions. So let's get to know Maxim first.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you very much for organizing this webinar, and thank you for the participants that found a time, right, to join us. So thank you for being generous with your time, first of all. Well, my name is Maxim. I'm the admission officer from Centennial College. I work for the international department for over 5 years. As well, I'm the graduate, actually, of Centennial College back in 2013. I done my postgraduate degree certificate program from Centennial College, and it gave me lots of opportunity to stay in this beautiful city. I'm right now I'm in Toronto, right? You're from Vancouver, so two different cities and great country, right? So we're gonna lots of opportunities for our students, lots of different programs, different types that they can take after graduating from your partner school. And as well, we're going to talk about the services. First of all, services that students can use while they're going to be studying at Centennial College for free, and which will be beneficial for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll definitely talk about Centennial's programs, admission requirements, and admission process, as well as how our students and our prospective students can easily transition from our pathway program, which is EPE, English for Post-Secondary Education, from SSLC's pathway program, to Centennial College. What they need to know, what our students need to know, and how the admission process exactly works. We're going to talk about it, and we'll get to know about your programs as well. So it's a great opportunity for our students and our prospective students and our partners to learn more about both institutions, perhaps, and how our pathway really works in between our institutions. So let me start with a few announcements first before we start with your presentation. So, of course, tomorrow is Canada Day, so happy Canada Day to everyone once again. And we are really excited here in BC because we are reopening next Monday on July 6th. We are going back to classrooms here in Vancouver and Victoria at SSLC, as well as in our sister school, VICCC, our career college. So we are really excited to reunite with our students, with our teachers, our staff, my colleagues. So we're looking forward to meeting our students who were already studying with us and who were already in here. Most of them were already in here studying online with us, our virtual programs. And we're going to hold a special webinar with our campus director, Corey, on Thursday at around 11 a.m. In Vancouver for our prospective students, our current students, and everybody else out there. And we'll give detailed information on what to expect, what our students should expect on their first day back at our campus. As well as for our staff. So we'll give some useful information there with the new normal regulations, health and safety regulations, of course. And then we'll continue with our Pathway webinar series. Again, we'll have another session on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. Vancouver time, and we'll have more to come in the coming weeks, and I'll make the announcement in the end of our webinar. So, Maxim, why don't we start with your presentation?
Sure. Let's start with the great video that we have our attendees. Right?
Sure. Okay, then,
then
we're
gonna go for the presentation.
Okay, we'll ask Jem to play the video, please. Perfect.
Think of a place you want to be, a place you belong. It's a step up, a step forward, a statement, a strategy. It's where dreams take flight, where the fire burns hot, more than 50 years strong but built for today. Focused on the horizon of tomorrow. Inclusion, equity, citizenship, the real world and our world. We think harder, reach higher, live local, study global. We unlock doors and change the direction of our minds. Education without borders, global citizenship, equity, and social inclusion are the values. From hundreds of cultures and 80 languages, we stand together, focus on a stronger future. We live to laugh, we love to play. We rise with the sun and reach for the stars. From court case to aerospace, searching and researching. We break the mold and find a better way. It's a commitment to ourselves and a promise to others. Centennial, you belong.
Amazing. Perfect.
Video right there. I guess it sums up what you're going to talk about right now.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that all you guys gonna belong to Centennial College, and then you will love it. Honestly, there's lots of things and lots of information to tell you. So get ready.
We have Laura Lopez with us today. She's saying hello from Vancouver, and we say hello to her as well. Thanks for joining our webinar tonight, Laura. All right, let's get started.
Let's get started already. All right, let me prepare the presentation.
Okay.
And here you go.
I was at Centennial College's campus back in 2016, I believe, after ICEF Toronto. So
yes.
You have a really nice campus. I've been there myself. So let's get to know more about Centennial.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we have 7 campuses actually right now all over the city, right? So it's big. It's huge. The college is huge, well known. It's a first community college actually in Ontario. So after Centennial College opened their doors to domestic students and then to international students, then after that, the other colleges started their foundation, right? So take a note that the first community college is Centennial, and it's #1 college among all the cultures, right? Around the world, people and students come in to see us and study with us. So it's one of the feature of our college. So on next slide, you can see that we hosted 13,566 students, international students, since 2000 on the year of 2018 and 19. As well, we can add another 10,000, maybe 500 or 11,000 domestic students. So it's around maybe 23,000 students that study with Centennial College.
So you have more international students than local students?
We do have more international students than domestic students. That is why our college is #1 college among international students. And it's
Great.
The international students coming from more than 154 countries since 2010. So yes, we have all students from different countries, starting from, let's say, from Russia, from Turkey, from Venezuela, from Brazil, from all over the world, actually. So and it's one of a kind of college that trying to host and trying to help students to get admission and to Centennial College, and then to make them happy. And create the path for them so they can stay, work, and live in Canada, in Toronto. So we're gonna go to the next slide where you can see the main campuses that we have. The main campus where our international center located is Progress Campus. It's one of a kind, I would say, campuses that has different schools, faculties, let's say, School of Business, School of Engineering, School of Hospitality, Culinary Arts and Tourism, School of Health Studies as well. Then you can see that there is a National B campus, Morningside campus, Story Arts Center located in a beautiful area. It's a Greek town. And our downtown campus called Eglinton Learning Site, which is like 10 minutes by subway from Toronto downtown. Then here you can see our 7 schools: the School of Advancement, the School of Business. We have more than 40 programs from School of Business, starting from the diploma programs, advanced diploma, to as well kind of a fast track programs for those students, let's say, who has already degree, let's say, in accounting, and they want to advance and improve their skills, so they can take one of our program that goes for 3 semesters. It's our business administration accounting program. Then we have our School of Communication, Media Arts and Design for those who has skills and want to take the program, let's say, animation, 3D, or maybe dance performance, or maybe a music industry. Then we have our School of Community and Health. One of our, I would say, popular programs is pharmacy technician, massage therapist, esthetician, and many more, actually. As well, our School of Engineering, one of our strong schools, because it has programs, different types. Let's say diploma, advanced diploma, fast track, as well as postgraduate degree programs that last for 1 year, 2 semesters, or 3 semesters. As well, I'm gonna be talking about the new programs that we created from this fall. For example, artificial intelligence program. It's one of our famous, I would say, programs, very popular, and because we see the demand in this in the position, artificial intelligence developers. So that's why this program was designed and created, and our students who are starting from fall, they're preparing to arrive to Canada. And well, there are certain conditions. I'm going to be talking about the conditions as well, because we are planning to host our students so that they can study online and plus attend the classes. And I'm going to be talking about the different types of programs, different modes that we created from fall 2020. Another school is a School of Hospitality, Tourism, and Culinary Arts, and the last school is School of Transportation. Let's say if you want to take the program and work for BMW Canada, right? So let's say you can take the program called Auto Body Repair Technician Program, where BMW Canada actually sponsors the student who performs well. So let's say you're a student who are performing, and based on your academic merits, you're the best student, right? BMW Canada pays you $3,000 for you to continue to perform and step up among other students. So one of the motivations, that we offer to students as well. And then as well, I'm going to be talking about our scholarships for students based on their academic merits and sport. So it's not all students know about it. That's why today, you guys lucky, I'm going to tell you about these benefits. Then the good question that most of our students ask right now. So let's say if students going to take the program that runs fully online from fall 2020, what's going to happen with their, let's say, postgraduate work permit after their graduation? Well, guess everything will be fine if you're going to complete up to 50% of your program while, let's say, you're outside of Canada. And then when you arrive to Canada to complete your another 50% of the program, you will still get your postgraduate work permit for the lands that you're supposed to get, right? Let's say you are going for the program for 2 years, 4 semesters. You're going to study 50% outside of Canada, 2 semesters, and then another 2 semesters, you're going to arrive to Canada, you're going to continue and graduate, you're going to get the work permit for 3 years. So do not worry about the type of the program that you're going to take, let's say if it's going to be online or not. Okay.
But Maxim, they need to have their study permit approved.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely, because you are I mean, the students are at risk if they're still are going to start the program without study permit. Maybe they applied for study permit and they are waiting. So it's their decision. Either they want to start the program without study permit, and they're allowed actually to start the program with us, with Centennial College, and then wait for the decision, because they have time before the withdrawal date to cancel the program and get the full refund. Okay, so please take a note of this. Or let's say you guys applied for the study permit and then you got it, you got the study permit approval letter. It's fine as well. So it means you can start the program online and you should not worry about it, because you're going to get the study permit upon arrival to Canada on the border, right? Perfect. If you have any questions related to this point, please let me know, because we always each week here at Centennial we have many teams, right? The teams who are the team who is taking care for students from, let's say, Middle East, from Turkey, from Iran, from Russia, Ukraine, from other regions, let's say India and China. So every week, each team gather and connect to the meeting, online meeting, and then we discuss what is new, what restrictions we have for our students, what immigration news that we have from our international student advisor team that we have at Centennial. So we're always up to date. That's what I wanted to tell you.
That's great. And here on our side, I'm actually a regulated Canadian immigration consultant here. I'm an RCIC.
Amazing.
So I'm following up closely on IRCC's updates, both here
tell us more. Tell us more about it.
Yes, and both here in Canada and abroad, we're monitoring closely on the visa application centers reopening. in countries like Turkey, Russia, Ukraine, Brazil, Mexico. So we are following closely on all the updates and informing our students accordingly.
Perfect. That's great. As I know, the Canada keeps our borders closed till July 31st, right? But at Centennial, what we are planning to do is for those students who are planning to arrive to Canada and start their fall semester, we have the procedure in place. They have to arrive to Canada before August 29th and be in the quarantine for 14 days.
Right.
They can be at the hotel, our partner hotel that is close to the airport, or they can, let's say, if they book their residence with us, they can as well move in there and then stay for 14 days in the quarantine at our residence, Centennial Place. Or let's say if they book their let's say place with the homestay family, then they should arrange it with their homestay family. And if the homestay family, they're not they're let's say that they don't want to take the student, they can stay at the hotel and it's a partner hotel with Centennial College. So we have the procedures, and we give the options for students.
But you'll be running online in the fall, right?
It's gonna be 4 types of programs that we created. It's gonna be a hybrid program, meaning that couple of courses will run online and couple of courses will run in class. So it's the first type. The second type is synchronous, meaning that the courses will run fully online, but with live lectures with professors. So all students, they have to connect and they're going to see the professor giving the presentation, and then basically it will be live class. Another type is asynchronous, meaning that all courses will be run online and they will be recorded. So students can, it gives the flexibility for students, first of all, because they can, listen for the lectures later on because they're recorded. And another one is the last type is asynchronous and synchronous. So half of, let's say, courses will run with live lectures, and half of them will be recorded. So, and to be honest, most of the engineering programs will be with the in-class courses, because first of all, Centennial College prepares students for the workplace, right? So you have to have hands-on experience. So that is why our students will be able to attend labs, right, and conduct the assignments.
Great.
Perfect. So let's move on. As well, we have firstly, we have the pathway language partners, such as SSLC school. So let's say students who wants to take our post-secondary diploma or post-secondary advanced diploma program with us, we are gonna be able to host these students. So let's say you're going to attend our partner language school from September, and you want to start the program with Centennial College in January. What we can do for you is, based on the letter of acceptance from the language school, we can issue the conditional letter of acceptance, and conditions will be successful completion of the Sprott language college. And upon successful completion, we're gonna change the letter of acceptance from conditional to unconditional. So this way, students will be able to apply for their post-secondary study permit with our letter of acceptance as well. So they can, or they can change the status within, let's say, Canada if they complete successfully the language school. So after that, when you got admission to Centennial College, you started your classes, you're at the end of your program, you have an option as well to continue your education and let's say take the bachelor degree from other universities, either within Canada or outside Canada. Let's say if you want to take a bachelor degree program in the United States, we have our partner university that is located in the United States, or you want to go to Spain, South Korea, Philippines, Panama, Mexico, and so on, you can do that. We have around 872 degree pathways and 37 master's degree pathways as well. So let's say you decided to go for the bachelor in commerce. Let's say you can take our business administration, leadership, and management program. So the benefits why students do this is that it's gonna save you time, because you're gonna get bachelor degree within 2 years, not within 4 years. You're gonna save money, right? Because for 4 years you're gonna pay a lot of money, because 1 year in the university costs around more than $25,000, I would say. So there's two already benefits for you if you continue your education after graduation, the Centennial College. So here on this slide, you can see the some examples. Firstly, it's one of our partners, Ryerson University, located in downtown Toronto, Canada. It's our Bachelor Administration International Business program that goes for 3 years, and after that you can get into the Bachelor of Commerce Business Management program from Ryerson University, and so on. So there is Nipissing University, there is York University as well, one of the popular universities in Canada, and as well you can see the university in Spain, Universidad de Navarra. Maybe I'm pronouncing not correctly, but we have the partner in Spain. So Bachelor of Management Assistance, that's what you can get if you're gonna get admission there. As well, since I mentioned.
Maxim,
go ahead. Yeah.
After the 3-year advanced diploma at Centennial, how long do they study at your partner institutions? Like another year?
2 years.
2 years. So they complete their bachelor degrees, Bachelor of Commerce, in 5 years, basically.
So yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You study with us 3 years, and then you go to the university. You study 2 years. So basically, it's in total it's 5 years, and you're going to get advanced diploma and bachelor's degree, right?
I see.
So two qualifications.
And does this 3-year program include a co-op, or is it optional?
Yes, good point, Ilyas. Yes, all of our 3 years advanced diploma programs include optional co-op. Optional means that if student, let's say, decides to go for the co-op, she can do this. If student decides not to go for co-op, they can just graduate within 3 years, which is 6 semesters, and successfully complete the program and apply for postgraduate work permit. So 2 options. For our students who is going, let's say, take the co-op option, they are not gonna pay for the co-op like they pay for the academic semester, like $8,000. No, they're gonna pay only for insurance, which is like $600, right? And the co-op with us, it's usually paid. So, and if maybe somebody does not know, the minimum wage in Ontario, it's $14.50. I'm not sure about British Columbia.
We just raised it to $14.60, I believe, and
Awesome.
Next June, in 2021, I think it will be $15.30.
Amazing.
Yeah. I thought Toronto was already at $15, but not yet.
No, not yet. Maybe next year. We'll see. We'll see how the pandemic will, affect the economy. But you know what? So far, Canada's economy is strong, right? There is a lot of support to the international students, to the foreign workers, and for residents, right, and the citizens of Canada, right?
Sure.
So, for example, Centennial College created an emergency fund for students who got affected by coronavirus. I mean, affected in a way of losing a job, right? Because lots of students, when they arrive, they start looking for the part-time job. So those students who lost their part-time jobs, Centennial College gave them the financial support, right? It's around 250 Canadian dollars. That's what they were paying to each student to support them somehow, right? And then plus those students who were eligible to apply for the Canadian Emergency Benefit Plan and get 2,000 Canadian dollars. That's what they done as well. So it's great to live in the country that treats their citizens and foreigners and international students same way and trying to help to each other, right?
All right.
Alrighty, so let's move on. Some of the other programs from School of Hospitality, let's say, Hospitality Hotel Operations Management, that goes for 2 years. It's a diploma program. Most of our diploma programs, which are for 2 years, they do not include COP. But what you can do and what usually students do, they take, let's say, a 2-year diploma program, and there might be the same program that goes for 3 years that includes COP. So when, let's say, after 2 years they decided to switch to COP, they can do that with no problems, and then they can apply for the COP as well, and then get work experience. And maybe, and I've seen these type of students who got the contract, the job offer from the same COP company, and after graduation they got the work permit, they signed the contract with the same company that they done the COP, and that's it. They're happy. Then there is no stress with looking a job. So this is another benefit for future students who are planning to take the 3-year advanced diploma program that has the COP option. So think about it. Okay.
Maxim, do students need to maintain a minimum GPA to be able to transfer their credits to your partner institutions?
Of course. Well, firstly, it depends on the program. I thought you're going to ask me about the requirements for COP, because there are requirements for COP. They're not so tough, I would say, but there is a couple of the requirements that students have to follow. In regards to the GPA, each program has their own passing GPA to graduate from the program. Most of our programs is, let's say, from School of Business, as I know, based on my experience, is 2.0. So,
so they basically need to graduate from your school, from Centennial College, and as long as they graduate successfully, they're able to transfer.
Yes, yeah, and the partner institution, the whatever university, they're gonna transfer all the credits because we have the partnership with with this university. So they're not gonna tell you, oh no, we're not gonna transfer this or that course. They cannot do that. They're gonna transfer all the credits. Therefore, students who are planning to take their bachelor degree for 4 years or for 5 years, they're gonna study for, let's say, 2 or 3 years. Depends on the what bachelor degree program they want to take. Most of our actually students who are graduated from the engineering programs, let's say architectural technology, or another program, let's say biomedical engineer, or let's say electromechanical engineering programs, they go to McMaster University, right? I hope everybody knows that McMaster is one of the toppest universities in the world, right? As well as University of Toronto. We have one program that has the partnership with the University of Toronto, which is U of T. It's our journalism program that goes for 3 years. So after that program, successful students, they can transfer to the to U of T and get the bachelor degree. So it's one of the one of a kind program because this is the only one. Okay. Then, okay, so 9 easy steps for students to enroll, or for our partners, language school partners, for agents to enroll their students to Centennial College. Firstly, you apply with us. You should send the documents either through our online portal, or you can send your documents directly, let's say, to the each admission team. And I'm later on I'm gonna type my email address if you want to connect with me and send the application or so on. As well, when you
So I want to add a step here, and I want to call it 10 easy steps.
All right, let's add more.
So for our students
Sure.
and prospective students who need an English upgrading with us, or a pathway program with us, right? So they'll apply to our school, right?
Yep.
And then as soon as they apply to our school and they're admitted into our pathway program, or perhaps they can come with a lower level of English and they can start with our ESL programs. As soon as they're admitted to our school, then we can apply to Centennial, right?
Yes.
And start from step 1, apply
Correct.
with no application fee.
Correct.
And then, so those documents, those documents are SSLC's letter of acceptance, right? And then students' high school diplomas and transcripts, depending on the program they want to go, or if they want to do a post-degree program.
Correct. Let's say they would need some extra documents,
Yes.
like maybe a resume or a portfolio.
And then, so once you receive those documents, how long does it take for us or for our students to receive the deposit letter?
Great question. We are trying to do our best always. Usually what we strive to do is to review the application right away and tell you if it's all right or if it's not, or maybe it's something missing. Usually it takes 2 to 3 business days for us to completely finalize the application and send you the deposit letter. That's what we are trying to do. Sometimes it takes longer. Why? Because some of the programs, they require portfolio, as I mentioned before, maybe audition, if you're, let's say, going for a music industry and arts performance program. That step should be, added as well, that the program coordinator have to review, right, or conduct the program admission session with the student. So it might take longer than 3 days. It might take maybe a week, or maybe even faster. It just depends on the availability of program coordinator.
So if you don't receive any response within 2 to 3 days, I will send this video to your admissions team.
To remind me.
I will hold you to your words, okay?
Awesome. Please.
And then we receive the deposit letter. Then student pays. How much is that? Was it $2,000?
It used to be 2,300. Right now, for fall 2020, from fall 2020 and forward, the deposit, which is 2,650 Canadian dollars.
2,650 as a deposit.
As the deposit. So it's not just the deposit that goes just for us to issue the letter. No, this money goes towards the first semester tuition fees. So let's say your first semester tuition fees, usually it's around $8,000, right? To be honest. So let's say,
First semester?
Per semester. So $8,000. The fall semesters are always higher than any other semesters. Why? Because it includes the health insurance that goes for 1 year, that goes towards your winter semester and towards your summer semester. So basically you're applying for September, you start in your program in September, your insurance will be till end of August 2021. So that is why it's the highest. then winter semester cheaper, and the cheapest one is summer.
And so they paid,
Yep.
but let's talk about a conditional letter of acceptance, because students will come and study with us, right? They'll receive a conditional letter of acceptance.
Correct.
And then at this point, if they're overseas, they're ready to apply with SSLC's LOA and Centennial College's conditional letter of acceptance with both LOAs. They're
Yes.
ready to apply for a study permit.
Correct.
And then, let's say everything went well and the study permit is approved. Student will come and study with us. If they are directly enrolled in our pathway program, it's 12 weeks. Once they complete, I will send you, or our pathway coordinator Heather in Toronto will send you our students' transcript certificate and transcript from our EP program. Then you will issue the unconditional or official letter of acceptance. Is that right?
You got it. Yes, it is absolutely right. Yeah, we're going to right away to change the conditional to unconditional letter of acceptance. And then if and if anything, let's say needed more, let's say a proof of first semester tuition fees, official receipt, or something else that proves that student actually going to start the program with us, we are going to help and try our best to support each partner, each student.
And do we fill out an online application?
You don't have to. You don't have to. The easiest way, I always recommend to submit the documents via email. But soon, partners and students by themselves will be able to submit their application through Ontario Colleges.ca website, and there will be no application fee. So it is not yet. It's not ready yet. We will announce when it's ready. For now, students can, or partners, they can go to our website under the registration link. You're gonna see like apply. Then you can click the international student, and there is steps that you need to follow in order to register the student. Or you can just simply send all the documents to, let's say, my email, and then we're going to process it. And that's it. So 2 weeks right now.
So we're sending you the documents with a paper application form?
Yes, yeah, there is the application form that is available.
Okay. So we can do both paper or online?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
I mean, usually documents are scanned, right? It's an electronic version. So you just simply send the scanned copies. Yeah, just email it. You don't have to mail it. Just email, and that's it.
There's a question here. Let me ask you this. What's your payment options for international students? Can I pay my tuition fees in installments in Canada?
Yes, you can. So let's. There is a very good question. So firstly, let's start from the deposit. Right. So firstly, you have to pay the deposit because you need a letter of acceptance, because we won't be able to issue letter of acceptance without the deposit.
And
so,
can I interrupt you here?
Sure. Yes,
what if there is a visa refusal? Do you refund the whole amount to the student?
Full refund except $200 as an administration fee.
I see. Okay.
Only $200, but most of the fees will be refunded. Let's say student applied for fall 2020, paid the deposit, then we send the letter of acceptance. In this letter of acceptance, there is the due date to pay the remaining balance. So let's say for this fall, the remaining balance has to be paid due July 6th. So student has to pay the remaining balance due July 6th. But let's say he or she decides to apply for study permit without paying the remaining balance, he or she can do this. But we always recommend to pay full tuition fees for the first semester and then apply for study permit. Why? Because it makes your case stronger, because we're going to issue official receipt. If you need the bank letter, to show that the student is going to whatever program. The fall, let's say fall semester starts in whatever date. For this fall will be September 14, and the tuition fees is whatever amount, right? Let's say the remaining balance $6,000 or $5,000, and the banking information. That's what we can do. It's one of the proof that actually you're going to study with us. And we're going, as I mentioned before as well, we're going to provide you a receipt, letter of acceptance, wherever you need to satisfy the immigration officer. So installments, yes, you can do this. So let's say it's always something happens, right? Unpredictable cases. Let's say right now, lots of students and students' parents, they either lost their job or the income reduced. We always trying to work with each student case by case. So let's say if it's related to COVID-19 case, then yes, we're going to prepare for you the payment plan, right? But usually the first semester tuition fees has to be paid before the start date. So let's say if the start date is September 14, by September or before September 14, tuition fees has to be paid. So let's say you pay the deposit, you got a letter of acceptance, that's when you can pay the installments. Let's say within 1 week you can pay $1,000, within another week you can pay $2,000, and so on. So this is one option. Let's say if you're a student who are going to study with us for 1 year, and then after the second semester, you're going to have some financial issues, right? As well, we're trying to help each student, and we have a plan for that, right? I'm not gonna go into the details because there is a lot of requirements, implications with this process, but there is the help for each student at Centennial College if they have any issues, let's say related to financial part. So there is the way how we can help you.
All right, thank you for answering that
And
question.
of course, another way to support yourself, like as a student, is do your best at the in the program. Like right after first semester, our committee will review your marks, your GPA, and as well you can apply for the partial scholarship, right? And then you can get up to $1,500 based on your academic merit. So let's say $1,500 for being a good student with the highest GPA among all the groups, as well if you're a sportsman, right? You can earn as well $500 for, let's say, winning a competition or winning each game. So let's say you're a soccer player or maybe a basketball player. Let's say if your team wins, our college will pay each student $500 like a financial, award. So it's already $2,000 that you can earn with your own efforts, right? So
Great.
it's another benefits for our students.
All right. Thank you for answering that question. So, do you have more slides?
I do. Let's go quick, right? Let's go fast. So here, we're gonna skip this part because our students and most of them, they're gonna go through the language partner schools. The tuition fees, good question. I think from a lot of our participants. The diploma programs or certificate program that goes for, let's say, two semesters usually cost for like $16,531 Canadian dollars. So it's less in the US dollars. And I've seen some programs that are even cheaper than 6,500. Let's say our foundation programs. The foundation programs is basically the program that prepares students to take the main academic program, the diploma or advanced diploma. So let's say they graduated from your language school. They want to prepare first for academic program. They can go to foundation program, study with, let's say, 2 semesters, and then go to the diploma program. So, and all in all, it will be 3 years of their study. Then we're going to skip the English language learning program, and we're going to go to degree programs. We have 2 degree programs, bachelor degree programs. There are Bachelor in Information Technology and Bachelor in Public Relations. 2 semesters cost 21,148 Canadian dollars based on the tuition fees for 2019-2020. Okay.
Right.
As well, if the student decides to go to a bachelor, let's say in nursing, they can do this, but the admission process will be done through Ryerson University, and the competition is very high. I would like to say. All right. Well, how much will it cost to an international student all in all? Well, let's calculate and take the minimum. Tuition and fees will be around $16,532. Then books and equipment will be for 1 year $1,200, and the residence, let's say accommodation cost for 1 year, it will be $7,360. All in all, total sum will be $25,092 that student has to have so that he or she can live and study in Canada, in Toronto. I'm not sure how expensive to live in Vancouver, but here in Toronto, you have different options for, let's say, the accommodation. Let's say if you want to rent the place, room or basement, you can find it for $500 or higher. Or if you want to rent an apartment, it might cost you from $1,200 and higher. Or if you want to live at our residence, you're gonna pay around maybe $1,000 per month. So how about the cost in Vancouver? Elias?
Sorry, I lost you there. What was that?
Oh, the question for you, how about the cost of living in Vancouver?
I would say it's pretty much same as with Toronto. We have, of course, as SSLC, we have more options than we do in Toronto. Of course, we have campuses in Toronto, Vancouver, and Victoria, but in Vancouver, we have our student housing units because we are part of a big group, CIBT Education Group, and under our group, we have our GEC student residences. We have 4 in operation in Vancouver, actually. So 2 in downtown Vancouver, walking distance to our campus, and 2 just outside of Vancouver. So we have many different room options. We have an hotel. We have GC Viva in downtown. We have, shared rooms, private rooms, and all that. So we have lots of options. Of course, we also have homestay options here as well. But as you just mentioned, students can also rent on their own, and I believe the rents are pretty much similar with Toronto.
Good. Good to know that. So the prices are the same. So be prepared to have the amount which is similar to, let's say, 25,000, or I would say as well, strive to have 30,000.
And this is the best part, because students they'll start with us first, right? And they'll get to know the city. They'll get to know where to live, where to rent from, what's cheap, where to buy,
Exactly.
what to do. So they'll be prepared once they transfer to Centennial. So I don't think they'll be worried about their accommodation. So they'll get to know the city, and they'll know all their options once they arrive in Canada and start studying with us.
Yeah, it's a great plan for future students to arrive and study with the language school first, and then move to higher educational institution like, let's say, Centennial College. Myself as well, I went to the language school, and then I was studying for like 4 months, and then I entered Centennial College. So it's a great way how you can build your network,
Mhm.
how you can meet and make new friends that
Mhm.
will help you along your life in Canada. So it's a great advice.
Yes, and I always mention about this during our webinars. Pathway programs are not there to just for you to skip any English proficiency tests like IELTS or TOEFL. Of course, it's one thing. Once you study in our Pathway program, you won't have to do any examinations. Am I correct? To go to Centennial?
Correct. No tests
No
for
test.
no
How?
tests for students for
Mhm,
admission purposes.
mhm,
However, there
mhm,
will be tests for placement purposes to place the student in the right group within the program. So
mhm,
let's say student going to take diploma program in business. Most of our business programs, they have math, right? And they
mhm,
have English course.
mhm,
So what student have to do is to take the placement test either upon arrival, or let's say they're back in Vancouver and they're planning to come to our city and
mhm.
study with us. They can take this test online being in, let's say, Vancouver, or they can arrive and take the test at the campus here in Progress Campus in Toronto.
Do they take a
So
math test?
they have to take the math test.
Okay, I see.
It's for the placement purposes, so
Okay.
I wouldn't worry about it. We
Mhm,
have these tests available online on our
mhm,
official website under
mhm,
the study materials
mhm.
for the skills assessment tests.
How
So
about
don't
for
worry, check it out.
post postgraduate programs?
No, why? Most probably it's a question because students they have the university degree. That is why there is no math, there is no English for students to take, because we expect from students that they already have their higher education, university degree from either, let's say, from English speaking country or
Mhm,
from their homeland. And of course they, let's say, they have their English proficiency test or the pathway certificate from the language school. So
So
let's
if they pass our pathway program, they're able to go directly into your postgraduate programs.
post again, it's a good question, but what as I know, for
Mhm.
now we have an agreement only for the post-secondary programs.
For
That
for undergraduate programs.
For the post-secondary, for the
Okay.
graduate certificate programs,
Mhm,
we do not have an agreement based on
mhm.
the information that we have on our official website. On
Okay.
the website, you can see under the English as a second language
Mhm,
partnerships,
mhm,
the all language partner schools and their
mhm,
credential that we take, and for what level of our programs. For now, as I can see,
mhm.
if you complete the program from your language school, English for post-secondary education, EPE program, we can admit you only for post-secondary program, not for postgraduate. However, we can admit you for the fast track program, which
Mm,
is as well the good option for students who
mhm.
have, let's say, their university degree in engineering. I think it's a great option because none of other colleges have these type of programs. So remember, it's a fast track programs that goes for maximum 2 years, minimum 1 year, and they have a co-op option as well. So it's a artificial intelligence program. For fast track, it goes for 2 years. The post-secondary advanced diploma program goes for 3 years. Both programs, they have co-op option. So think about it. Okay.
Great.
Well, here you go. Fast track programs, cost effective, shorter, and employment focused. And students going to connect with the industry. They're gonna put hands-on experience than traditional research focused students who are doing their university degree, let's say master or PhD degree. So they usually focused on the research, not on the experience, the work experience. Here at Centennial, we prepare students to work and be ready to find a good job after graduation. So lots of benefits. You're gonna get the work permit with no problems. You're gonna be job ready and eligibility for postgraduate work permit and a high quality credential. It's an advanced diploma, but it will be not 3 years but 2 years. So you're gonna graduate faster than other students. Then our degree programs, as I mentioned, it's a Bachelor of Information Technology and Bachelor of Public Relations. And here's our program highlights. So let's say one of your students planning to take international business, they can choose our either Business Administration International Business program or Business International Business. Or let's say they want to work in the fashion industry, they can take our Fashion Business and Management program. We have lots of different programs available. It's more than 40 programs that we have. You can check it out on our website. You can ask Ilyas. Ilyas is familiar with our programs, or you can ask questions from me as well. As well, our School of Communications, I would maybe highlight Animation 3D program, Journalism program. Do you remember, as I mentioned, I have a partnership with the U of T. Then the program, let's say Digital Visual Effects, very nice program. Graphic design program as well. So lots of interesting programs we have at this school. Here, our famous school is the School of Engineering, Technology, and Applied Science. Well, firstly, it's I would say think about aerospace manufacturing engineering technology program. This program runs in our newly built campus called Downsview campus, where all our programs related to aerospace located. Then think about the architectural technology. Let's say you want to be a builder, you want to work for the big and famous construction company in Toronto. This program is really good for you. It goes for 3 years, but if you have the university degree, it goes for 2 years. And of course, biotechnology, software engineering technology. Here I would add artificial intelligence program that goes for 3 years, which is regular, and then fast track 2 years, and many more. Biomedical engineering technology, good as well. Then you can see on this slide, there is the difference between the programs, post-secondary, fast track, and graduate. So post-secondary, so diploma, advanced diploma programs, we require high school transcripts and the graduation certificate. Then fast track programs, we require the degree or diploma. Let's say back in Turkey or back in Kazakhstan or in Russia, students after grade 9, they can go to their college and study for 3 years and get the college diploma. So these students, they're as well allowed to take our fast track programs. As well, these students allowed to take our graduate certificate programs if they graduated with the 3-year diploma, college diploma from their homeland. So it's one of the benefits as well. And graduate certificates. It's a degree required and of course diploma as well. So here is our one of the slides from our website where you can see admission requirements for each program. Let's say if you chose the graphic design program, you can go to admission requirements. You can see that we require high school diploma, transcripts, and the portfolio, which are you can see a couple of requirements here. Then you can see availability of each program on our website, if it's available or not for whatever semester, and if it's available or not for international students, because some of our programs, they're not available for international students. Let's say like firefighters program or medical laboratory technician program. One of the programs that were closed before and right now they're open, it's a police foundation program. So think about this program if you are thinking to work in the police in the future, and our occupational therapist and occupational therapist program. So these programs were closed before. Right now they're open for international students. So it's a great chance to look at them. Then this is our last slide. That's where you see how you can connect with Centennial, with us via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. For students who are applying, let's say from CIS region, Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, they can connect with us via VK, which is, we call it Russian Facebook, right? You can send any questions. And Ilyas, you know how to connect with me, so we are always in touch. And I would say, it was my last slide.
Thank you, Maxim. It was a great presentation. It was great to know more about Centennial, and I'd like to share my screen for a quick second here, because you mentioned about your. Let me see right here. I'll just share it. Can you see it?
Yes, I can. Yes.
So here on your website, on Centennial College's website, we are listed here with our 3 campuses, Sprott Language College, and all you need to do is complete our EP program. So this is listed under English as a Second Language Partnership. So there are, I guess, around 16 partners, and we are one of them with our 3 campuses. I just wanted to show this to our audience out there.
Yeah, we have official agreement with your language school. So let's say, as you mentioned, 3 locations. Great opportunity to get admitted to your language school and then transfer to our college.
Okay, so there are some questions here, quick questions, and then we'll wrap it up.
Let's check it out.
So first question is, are there any limitations to attend your college? Age limitations?
No age limitations. We accept students from age 16 and higher. We have students who are 40 years old, who are like 45 years old, 30, 35, whatever. Any range, age range we have at Centennial. Minimum 16 students. They have to complete the high school, because I'm receiving some inquiries from partners, and they're asking if student, let's say, graduated only from grade 9 and want to go to our foundation program. No, because we are at a higher educational institution. So students, they have to complete their high school, or let's say university degree, and have their English proficiency requirement.
Great. And maybe one last question here. Can you please let us a bit more about health and science programs for international students? Prices, or entrance conditions, etc. from Alejandra.
Sure. Thank you so much, Alejandra, for asking this question. Well, there is no specific requirements for international students who are planning to take one of our programs from the health and science school. So let's take an example. Let's review example. I always like pharmacy technician program. It's one of our strong programs. So for this program, I would like to mention, actually, it's a specific program. For this program, we do not take students via language partner schools. This program requires to have each student their academic IELTS or TOEFL.
Is it 6.5 or 7?
It is 6.5.
Okay.
6.5 and no less than 6.0. So this is one special program that students they cannot go through the language partner. But if you decide to go through the language partner school, Sprott, you can choose our esthetician program, right? It's a great choice, or massage therapist program. There is no specific requirements. You graduate from the language school. We admit you to the program. You have to take the English placement test, because I think for massage therapist program, there is no math. There's only English. And pretty much that's it. The tuition fees, they're always almost the same for each program. It's around 17,000, I believe, for a diploma program, because 16,500, as you remember from my slides, it was for the, I would say, for non-specific programs, like maybe like a business, I would say, programs. Let's say business, general business program. It's around $16,000. 500. But for these programs and for engineering programs, it's around 17,000 Canadian dollars for 1 year, 2 semesters. You don't have to pay the full tuition fees for 1 year. You only pay a semester by semester, as I mentioned before.
I'd like to make a quick note here for programs which require an IELTS score. We also have a full-time IELTS preparation program here at SSLC, so we can also prepare our students for the IELTS test, for IELTS exam, and we run this in our campuses. So if students, because sometimes they need an IELTS score back in their home country, to get a job, or to do a master's degree, or to work for their governments or something like that. We also prepare them for the IELTS test as well. So just a quick note there.
Nice, very nice. So they can take the preparation course with you, and then if they decide to go to Centennial College to a graduate certificate program, they can do that. That's amazing. That's another great option for future students.
Right. All right. So Maxim, once again, thank you for your presentation, for being here tonight with us. We appreciate your support and you sparing your time for us and for our students. And I'd like to thank everyone once again for tuning into our webinars every week and watching our webinars live and asking questions. As I said in the beginning, I'll be live again on Thursday with Yorkville University and Toronto Film School. Jim, can we have our website? Can we show our website? We can quickly go through that. Here we are. You can join our free online webinars. You'll see it on our website. Let's see what's coming up this week and next week and so on. So we have our reopening webinar, of course, on Thursday at 11 a.m. Vancouver time, July 2nd. And then same day at 6 p.m., we have our webinar with Toronto Film School and Yorkville University. And then next Tuesday, we have Laurentian University joining us at 6 p.m. again. And then next Thursday, July 9th, we'll be hosting Lakehead University. So we have many partners, as you can see, both in Ontario and in BC, and of course, in other parts of Canada, such as University of Prince Edward Island. They'll be with us on July 14th, Thursday, at 3 p.m. Vancouver time. You can connect with us. You can just go onto our website. Just send us an email. We have advisors and marketers that speak your language, so you can even send us an email in your own language. We also have live chat on our website as well. We'll talk to you instantly, and we'll get back to you right away. You can see it right there, and then it's very simple to connect with us. You can see our past webinars here as well, and then how our pathway program works. It's very easy, very simple. All you have to do is just connect with us, send us an email. Follow us on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Instagram. on Twitter, on LinkedIn, even on TikTok now. So we're everywhere, and you can view our partners. We have about 40 partners throughout Canada, and you can view them on our website. So thanks Jem for showing that. I'd like to thank everyone once again, and happy Canada Day, everyone. I hope you'll enjoy your day off tomorrow. And then
yes, as well, I wanted to say again, thank you for organizing this webinar. Thank you to all our thanks and thanks to all our participants who who made it today. Thanks for being generous with your time once again. As well, you can follow same way as you follow the language school, Sprott. You can follow our college, Centennial College, on Instagram. You can find me as well on Instagram under Maxim Gromyko, and then on the Facebook as well. As well, I will send you the email, my email, in case if you need to connect with me. Just you can simply send me the email, and then we can connect. And then let's say if you mentioned that you attended this webinar, I know that you guys interested, and then maybe you're planning to apply for to Sprott language school, and then move to our college.
Exactly, and we were live on Facebook today as well, so it will be watched by many other viewers who were offline because of the time difference, of course. So it'll be watched all around the world. And likewise, you can also connect with us. Even if you have questions about Centennial College, we are here to help and connect you with Maxim or somebody else at Centennial. You can simply email us at info@studySSLC.com. Jim can just quickly type it there, info@studySSLC.com, and we'll connect with you and put you on the right track, and hopefully we'll be able to help you for your success in Canada.
Yeah, you will belong to Sprott, and you will belong to Centennial College.
Hopefully, yes. All right. Thanks, everyone.